What up, though, everybody? You are now under the black top where we try to get our act together and find strength and unity in the circle of life and friendship. I am Billy.
I'm Timbo.
And I am Ray. It is nice to be here. It's nice to see you guys, man. Billy, how you been?
I'm well, man. You know what I did for the first time? I've been dying to try.
What's that?
I guess it's not fair because there's a bunch of things. Uh, I tried apple pie with a
Okay.
slice of cheese.
With a
With a
slice
slice
of
of cheese.
I know, right? Yeah,
No, I've
slice
heard
of
of that
cheese.
before. Okay. I just wanted to make sure because it seemed like the audio kind of went out. So maybe because I
Yeah,
was saying something, I don't know.
with a
I
slice
don't,
of cheese.
I don't know if it counts as cheddar cheese because it's crab. If it's just, I don't know if crab is considered cheddar.
Texturized. Say,
But yeah, man, I think I got to prevent him. Like, I think Kay used to eat his
That's
desserts like
so.
go for pie or go for a tart. He would
Uh,
get cheese on an apple pie, and it was interesting, man. It wasn't as bad as you think it would be. Like I
you
would try
know,
it, and I
cheese
think
go
with
with a lot of sweet stuff. It
I'm about
actually
to
does.
say,
yeah,
yeah, I'm gonna believe that because when I was a child, I used to put, for whatever reason, I don't know how I even tried it, but I used to put cheese in my applesauce,
Okay.
and
Interesting.
I
like
just liked it.
that cheese,
It just
like
tastes good.
feta
Yeah, I'll get
cheese.
the
What?
American. Yeah, no, get the American
Oh,
cheese, and when I have my little applesauce, I'll just break it up, throw
I
it in the
love apple.
applesauce,
Yeah.
and it's the weirdest thing ever. So it's funny to hear you say now apple pie and cheese, and to know that that's a thing. It make me feel just a little less weird out here. That's what we
Yeah,
aim to.
grandma
That's
took
what we
me
looking
grapes
for.
and cheese.
okay.
So
I gotta try this applesauce and cheese thing now.
that's
Yeah, it's
interesting.
hey, don't have high hopes for it, man. It could just be the palate of a child, man, for real.
That's fair. Yeah, man, I've been good. That's what's been exciting for me, I guess.
Okay,
Okay, good
awesome.
stuff, man. Tempo, how you been, man?
I've been pretty good. There's a lot of good things happening. I'm getting bonuses at work, so I'm happy about that.
Man, blessings on blessings
Right.
on blessings.
Uh-huh. Right. And I was able to do that commission today, get that out the way. That was driving me crazy.
Yeah, I
So I
saw
was
that.
able
Congratulations on that, man.
to
Get the ball moving.
so
Uh,
yeah, feeling good. How about yourself, Ray?
oh man, I've been good actually. We as a family went to the apple orchard this past weekend, so it was just really cool. Just one of my favorite times of the year. Really, just the crispness in the air, just the fall time feels. Sweater weather, so to speak, and be able to go out there pick apples and just it was just a good time. Really, it was. And my sister came out too, so to see some family there. It was really fun, and I love caramel apple cider. So it's the
Okay.
season that anytime I pass a Big B, I'm like, oh, I got to get some caramel apple cider. So good stuff. What up, Billy?
Is Big B better than Starbucks?
See, me as the non-coffee
Yes.
drinker and
Okay.
who only likes the one drink
Uh-huh.
All right.
from
I'm
actually
surprised you
both
like that.
places.
I'm
I'm gonna
surprised you like.
say I'm gonna say Big B, but
Oh,
Okay.
for
Okay.
probably
We can
for
use one.
most people, it will be Starbucks, just because Starbucks
Mm-hmm.
seem to be like the standard, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like everybody just kind of goes there from what it seems. It's like Starbucks is like the upper echelon. Then you would have like even like McDonald's or like Tim Hortons or something before, like a Big B. But I'll stand for Big B. They got my caramel apple cider, even though it's only like 2, 3 months out the year. Man, I go there every
They
day
got
if it was closer.
it. Mm-hmm.
I gotta go try that. This chick at work, she's a customer. She just came in and said that Big B was better than Starbucks. I can't remember why, but she just was like, "It's Big B."
Probably price wise.
That's the first time I heard that one.
Yeah, man, it's slap. Y'all should definitely try it. Everybody out there, seasonal drink for the fall time.
Okay.
Hey, do they have? I wonder if they probably do. But my question is, do they have those kind of
Yeah.
seasonal drinks in places that don't have seasons, right? Like, do you have fall time drinks in Florida?
They
I mean, you
probably still
probably
do.
do, right?
Yeah.
Oh, in Florida, it might be more based around fall time holidays.
Yeah,
Like
that's what I was thinking.
Okay, yeah, that
Halloween,
makes
like
sense.
Thanksgiving.
drinks, then you got the opportunity to have like this big Halloween spread or something or variety
There you
because it's
go. So you bring out that pumpkin spice around Halloween time, as opposed to when it start getting cold.
that's a
It's
good question.
more. Oh yeah, it's interesting. I never thought about it till just now.
It does actually get a little cold in Florida. It's not very often, but it
Okay,
does get. And it's not even that chilly. It'll be cold for them is like 50 something.
Yeah.
uh,
So I mean, that's still cold for us, but it's just like it's dramatically cold for them.
right. That's that. Grab your winter coats for them, huh?
Right. The sweater, the scarves, everything.
That's wild. All right. Well, let's get right in there. And actually, before we jump in, I want to remind everybody you can catch us and listen to us anywhere that podcasts are, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that stuff. We would appreciate the listens and subscribes.
Yeah.
So jumping right into the album. Timbo, what we listen to?
Friends That Break Your Heart by James Blake. So very, very interesting. What I wanted to know what everybody thought, whoever wants to go first.
This one was one that I picked. And it was one project that the more I listened to it, the more I appreciated it and the more I kind of felt and kind of understood. It's just like even from like the features, right? So, the first time I listened through, I'm like, oh man, is that SZA? Oh, I like SZA. Oh, what JID? Okay, there's some good features in here. I come back and I listen to it again, then you start to hear, the breakdown of actually what he's saying. You hear just the emotion in almost every song that he has, and it was just really captivating and moving. And it's like even like my favorite track, which was what Life Is Not the Same, like the second track. It's like how can you not like feel, relate, and vibe all at the same time? Like it was just super cool just to hear just so many different kind of emotions, because you have those feelings of him kind of going through like a breakup and being without somebody, but then later in the album you have like this whole resolve that he has, and Say What You Will. So it's just so much that he had, and it's just the more I
Right.
listen to it, the more I
It
kind of
was the whole
appreciate it.
story. To Say What You Will was like when he flipped and he was like, I don't care no more.
Yeah, exactly. What did you guys think?
Billy, you can go.
I think I'm going to add this one to my vinyl collection. I really, really, I like the album. I think his melodies were so awesome. They felt very strategic to me, at least the way how the production and the melodies intertwined in certain spots. I would go from how he used that to tell a story and to kind of escort your emotions through a song. It just triggered so much freshness for me. It reminded me to be experimental and be free in production. I like how he took some modern sounds and just, to me, turned them on their heads and made, like you said, right, a very emotional album. Um, I like the lyrics. I like this album a lot, man. It was just fresh and inspiring. So yeah, I'll keep this one around. What about you, Timbo?
Yeah, Timbo, what
I,
you thinking? You passing the buck off. Let's hear what you got to say.
I'm happy I listened to it. I really liked that first song. I don't remember what it was called, but it just really set the tone for like Billy was talking about with the production. Because to me, it was a little sparse, but it seemed like that was intentional, so you would focus on his voice more. And it seems to me there was even points where the music would stop and all you would hear is him singing. So like, he's a very vocal centric singer. I can see, and but like I said, the production was very cool, very fresh, very different, and this in certain instances it was still nostalgic. It kind of gave me almost like that future nostalgia type thing that Dua Lipa went with, but very different albums as far as like subject matter. He was definitely telling a story about a breakup, and he was really hurt up and upset at the beginning. Then he gets kind of over it in the middle, but there's even a song called "Funeral" that was like the hardest song to listen to me because it was just like he was really going through that song. But yeah, it's still a good album. I'm very happy I listened to it.
Yeah, that's one thing I kind of appreciate just about the way we kind of do this thing, because I believe that me picking James Blake was because he's featured in this so many songs that we kind of listen to, like in rap and hip hop and stuff like that.
Right.
He'll be featured, and it's like, oh man, he sound kind of cool, but I would never really probably listen to a full project. But actually doing it now in this capacity is awesome. So I like that we do stuff like that. Then I also like that we can switch it from something that we wouldn't listen to something that we kind of want to listen to, which is going to be what we're doing now. Our album pick for this next um album is going to be something that we kind of want to listen to.
Future episode.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Timbo.
Mm-hmm.
So I will start. I will choose Life of a Don by Don Tolliver. Anybody else can go? What y'all got?
I got the Lockdown Sessions, the new Elton John album that's been giving him a lot of acclaim. I want to listen to that.
You said by Elton John.
Yeah.
Call Me If You Get Lost by Tyler, the Creator.
This is gonna be difficult. Okay, so yikes.
You a clown. You do it for likes.
All right. So with my album being the pick last time around, I'm gonna take away an album first. I will take away. It's weird 'cause I'm about to take away an album that I actually want to listen to that I've actually put into this album. But I'm gonna take away the Call Me If You Get Lost.
For sure. I'm gonna take away. Well, I would rather.
Are you gonna pull the Tim? You gonna pull the Timbo?
Trying to figure out which one I would rather listen to because that's what we're supposed to do. Which one would I gravitate more towards, or which one interests me? Elton John interests me because I'm familiar with him. Don Tolliver interests me because he's new. This is tough. Life of a Dime or Lockdown Sessions.
That's interesting. That's a hard one. It really is. Because even the Tyler though, because I want to listen to that Tyler the Creator. I still haven't got around to giving that a listen.
Okay. Let's listen to Elton John.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that.
I win for once. I never saw that coming. I promise.
No, I'm curious.
Cool. So that'll be our listen.
All right. Cool beans, man.
All right, cool. All right, moving along to our next segment here. Our book that we are reading is The Seven Spiritual Laws of Success. Where's my little pocket edition? Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's all. Yeah, y'all not gonna be able to see that.
Right. But it looks basically like that. It's like
just imagine a book. There we go.
Yes. Okay. Thanks.
There we go. A small version of that.
Okay.
That's the pocketbook.
So we are on chapter 4, which is the law of least effort, which I found this one interesting. Let's jump right in. How did you guys feel about it? Timbo, you want to start off?
Yeah, I can. I read the whole thing, but I'm going to the end of it. What really stuck out to me, honestly, the most was the defenselessness.
Okay.
Because even when we were talking about the commission earlier, that was because I was going to try and do this thing where I was going to ask people what they thought, but I'm like, it's about what I like. I am doing this for a customer, but it's really what's most important is how I feel about what I'm releasing. So that's what made me finally be like, okay, I can say that this is it and be happy with it, because that's was the issue before. I was not happy with my first draft of that commission, and it took me months and months to get back to it. So yeah, it was just that's the part that stuck out to me the most.
I like that actually, because kind of sounds as if that kind of goes kind of almost inside with putting so much energy into like the ego, right? Because we're looking for that approval, and we kind of because everybody wants to be liked, So it's natural, I feel, to kind of look for that. So it's nice that you were able to get to that point where you can kind of set that aside and be like, you know what? It's not about what other people think. It's about what I'm looking for, what I like. And it worked. You got it out, and I thought it looked awesome, honestly.
Thank you.
Yeah, but yeah. What did you think, Billy? You take anything from this law in particular?
Yeah. At first, it felt like too good to be true kind of thing. Like that's just not how life works. If you just if you don't resist, then miracles can happen for you, kind of thing. But what stands out to me is he talks about the economy of energy, about create or maintain or obtain energy. I forget the right words, but just this, our body is this sack, I guess, pause of energy. Then how you spend it makes a huge difference and either leaves you available or depleted for the next opportunity or for a desire that comes from within and comes from a place of love. for you to act on it and make a difference in your life. And I think that's the important part. That's the part that makes everything else possible. Is how you save your energy, how you use your energy, how you transmute your energy, how you take care and nurture your energy. You have to pay attention to how you spend it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
in order to save it or have it for other things that really matter. I think that are the opposite. What he talks about the opposite of just what feeds the ego. And I think if we do that more and fear less, what's really stopping us? If you ask yourself, if you did everything you were afraid of, what would you keep doing? Like, what's next? Just the next step. The only
Mm-hmm.
thing stopping you is what you're afraid of. Just do that, and then you'll probably graduate to the next step and keep living in that space
Right.
and not worrying so much about your ego, what people think, the criticism. Pay attention to it, remain open minded so that you can be nimble or agile, make a change if you need to make a change, regardless of your feelings about it. If it's necessary, make the change and keep pushing forward and go or meet your opportunities with a sense of fearlessness. And I think it's that harness energy that allows you to believe in yourself more and take advantage of that.
Man, yeah, absolutely. Actually, it's funny because that's one of the biggest things that I kind of took from the law. Also, is just kind of that watching your energy and how to conserve it and kind of what you're putting your energy into, and because I do believe in just that stuff can kind of rub off, and
Yeah.
to be able to take that, and his belief is what in putting that positive energy and making these decisions based in love, that you can compound that energy, and that energy from a universal standpoint can, and that's where I was kind of getting confused. I mean, we're not confused. Well, when he got to the point of, I do understand and believe that energy in itself, that having that good energy brings good energy to you.
Yeah.
Where I felt it may be a little far fetched. I have a harder time trying to understand the at just the merest thought of something that in itself can then manifest itself. And I understand that it's probably not exactly what he mean. It's probably more of the process and more of you just putting yourself out there and being a good person and making these decisions in love and doing the positive things while doing the things that you actually love too, that it'll bring those good things to you from the law, like the law of karma, kind of the
Mm-hmm.
same.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of what I'm thinking.
I
Yeah.
agree with you. That's what I meant earlier. Same thing,
Hmm.
way better words. Yeah, this doesn't seem like that makes sense, but I think I understand it in the way of if your desires are more pure, for lack of a better term, they may be you may they may be more easily attained
Right.
Yeah.
because you're not looking for money, you're looking for peace, which
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you can gather by searching for stillness. Or if you're looking to lose weight, just for yourself, understanding that you want to lose weight, allowing that to be, and accepting where you are every day
Hmm.
gives you the ability to respond differently. Every time you want to eat something that doesn't go along with your desires, you ask yourself the question because it's on your mind. This is what I think he means by manifestation. Not that it manifests without your effort, but it may be more easily manifested because of your focus and the amount of energy you have to move towards it.
Right. And that makes sense. No, yeah,
Sounds like
absolutely.
alignment. Alignment.
Yeah,
Right.
and especially if you take that and then couple it with the other goals that we kind of had, where you already have, I mean, not goals, the other laws that we kind of already have read about, and coupling all of those together. Yeah, I can definitely see how that can kind of, just kind of line up like that. And it just being more easily, your goals may be more easily manifested if you kind of live your life in this positive way. And I mean, that makes sense, definitely.
Yeah. If you're in a positive flow, it's easier, for positive things to happen. So
Right.
yeah, I
Hmm.
think that.
I think that when you say it like that, or I think understanding it that way means that even the bad things are still perceived as positive. There's some
Hmm.
criticism, or somebody mentions a strategy change, or it could be just somebody being mean, saying something that really is true, but they say it in a mean way. You have to remain open minded enough to take what is important or useful and then use it
Mhm.
to keep moving. I think
Exactly.
that's
And
important.
like the choice to get offended or not, right? Or,
Right.
just like to
I
actually
used to
listen
use it.
to it
Right.
and like you said, be more constructive with it and not. Are you choosing to be offended, or are you choosing to kind of hear what they said and kind of take something from it?
Yeah.
You know, so definitely.
True. Yeah, man. That's what I took.
Yeah, this one was yeah, pretty cool. I
Yeah.
like it. I like the ease of this ease, right? Because it's the concepts are big, but it is a relatively easy kind of read. But it does
Yeah.
give you a lot to think about.
For sure. That's a subjective easy.
Exactly. There we go.
Yeah.
Just going through, making sure. Was there anything else that you guys want to hit on that one on law number 4?
Was there anything about what was the third thing in the instructions?
So we had the three components
Right.
of the law of least effect. Number one was acceptance. Number
Right.
two was responsibility, and then number three was defensiveness.
Okay. So it was responsibility.
Defenselessness. Yeah.
Yeah, it was responsibility. I mean, that was interesting the way he was describing that. I was kind of stuck on that for a minute. Like
Mm-hmm.
rereading it, like, am I really getting what he's talking about? Because he's saying take ownership, but don't take it personal, which is really that's difficult.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
Ex-
again, I think how much of that is then tied to like that ego response too, though.
Hmm.
Well, I guess, right? Because when you do something that's say wrong, you kind of don't feel like you process it unless you feel sorry about it. You should feel something, especially if you've offended another person. But if you can make an offense and then forgive yourself as soon as you make it and just keep moving, sometimes it feels like you don't have accountability. But the
Mm-hmm.
accountability is in you not doing it again, not so much in
Mm-hmm.
or is
Right.
it both?
See, yeah, that's interesting. It kind of goes back to our conversation, the difference between like the sorry and apologize, right? Like,
Right.
is what are you
That
really
slippery slope.
right? Like what are we doing here?
I mean, that's what it is. Like, it's a class A slippery slope. So it's like I have to mention that every time we bring it up because it's like a 2% difference.
Oh man, good stuff.
Yes, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, that was responsibility. The ability to
Okay.
have a creative response to the situation as it is now. Um, yeah, not
And the
blaming people for kind of what's
or
going on, and
yourself, really.
yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
how can you not move forward? How can you not manifest the things that you want, at least some of the more pure things from your heart? If you follow that, how can you not?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's almost like some of it has to happen, right? Some of just this general pureness, like if you're just wanting just this greatness for the world and living in a great life, like some of that has to kind of come to you. At least that's what I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Moving forward, not being stopped by opinions or criticism or what other
Hmm.
people. I think that's the big thing.
Yeah, how can you not succeed with that, right?
Exactly, because you
Hmm.
got to go through it. Everybody. I was watching this interview about Tyler the Creator, and he was saying, "Dude, nobody's wrong. To somebody, it is corny. To somebody, it might be stupid. To somebody, it might be fresh. To somebody, it might be dope. All at the same time. It
Hmm.
depends on the person's reference point and what they think or what happened to them. I guess at that point of reference. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how they make their decisions, or that's how they have their thoughts. Where thoughts come from.
Hmm.
That only affects you if you care about that. If you don't, you keep moving forward.
Exactly.
How can you not succeed if you keep moving forward? I'm saying, I
Foot
guess, in
forward.
extreme
I
cases,
had
but
Well,
to.
yeah. Forward.
Yo, I'm like, that's a good. That was right after that other one. I'm like, I forgot that one, but yes, James Blake reference, y'all.
Yeah, there we go.
and you don't have to be right. He's like, you don't have to defend yourself. You don't have to make other people believe or think or be in the same boat as you. You don't have to spend that energy
Hmm.
on
That was
what's a
a
life if you don't care about that.
It was a great point that he brought up because people and myself too, you spend so much time trying to get someone to understand where you're coming from, or to,
That part too.
it's
Link
like,
breaks in that. Yeah.
if you it's so much energy, and you probably repeat it like 30 times, like, well, no, well, maybe if they could see it this way, or maybe if they could see it this way, or you could just agree to disagree,
And
understand
leave
what
it
they
there.
saying, keep it
That's
as
what I
what they
do.
do, and just keep it moving. You say how you feel,
For sure.
and either they take it or they don't. You said it with love, you putting kindness out there, but you don't have to keep the fight, the pushback. That energy doesn't have to be
The
put
clap back.
in that way. So
The whole thing. Like seriously, I was talking to Nicole about that. It's just like the what it- it was specifically about celebrities and the need to clap back. Not every celebrity needs to do that. Some
hmm
don't do it at all, but there are some they kind of that's what they always do. It's just like it would be probably easier for them if they could just, and this is real easier said than done. Just ignore it or just
yeah,
don't let it take you there. So yeah,
yeah. See, I would imagine they would have to like not look at it at all to not be bothered
yeah,
by it. Like, it's just so overwhelming. Probably just the sheer amount of both praise and dislike that they get is probably crazy.
wait, slander.
Yeah,
That's
there we go. Yeah,
basically what
the
it is.
ridicule.
Right. Gave me Lion King tease.
Oh man. All right, guys. What is the next
Yeah.
law? So law 5, which is what we're doing next, is
Intention and desire.
the law of intention and desire.
Which there was a tag about intention in the previous law, wasn't it? And somewhere in the writing, maybe not. I seem like I remember seeing intention in italics. Like he was
It could have been,
yeah.
Probably.
because I know with this one, with this chapter in particular, I listened to it a couple times, and when I read it, I know he had a couple more examples. So maybe it was something that was in the written that
I think
wasn't.
it was the word intend. It was
Okay.
something about if you intend, and intend was in italics. So
Okay.
I
Could
got
have
that
been.
that was foreshadowing.
Okay.
He
Okay.
could have been
I
one.
wouldn't put it past him.
Hmm?
He was talking about the ripples when he was talking about finding stillness and having your intentions like leave ripples in the
hmm
I think it could have been that, yeah. I
hmm
don't remember
um,
exactly. I think I remember seeing intent.
Oh
And
yeah, man.
yeah.
Sure,
but yeah,
it's all
then
tied together.
what's that one?
Yeah. For sure.
All right, cool. Well, keeping it
Yeah.
moving, our segment, we got sides, right? So we had a conversation, and I'm not exactly sure how this came about, but
I don't
We
know.
always talking about food. We always talking about food.
man, yeah, I guess we all
It could
fat
have
at
been
heart, right?
yeah. Hmm. Yeah. We love food. We love food.
Man, it's good. It's good, man. I can't. But it came up what the
Yeah.
best sides were, and it was something that we started to talk about. And we said, you know what, maybe we'll say this for for the air.
Mhm.
So the question is, what are you guys' favorite sides? It does seem like something that we should know about each other.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like, especially like Thanksgiving sides, Thanksgiving right around the corner, right?
Yes, it is.
So that's exactly how I thought about it. First, just like, well, it kind of depends on where I'm at, right? If I'm having Thanksgiving, that's gonna be a different side than if I go to McDonald's, right?
Oh yeah.
If that makes sense. So I mean, McDonald's got like French fries, so like, and that's all.
I mean,
I
that's a
guess they
lot
got
of
apple pies and
French
stuff like
fries.
that,
So
right?
I'm glad you said that, right? Because this is what happened when I was eating this apple pie with this cheese on it.
I'm
So
over it.
I used I used to always I need to get a Big Mac meal and an apple pie or two McChickens with cheese and an apple
I'm not gonna be able to make this.
pie. Always, man, that was like my go-to. So I'm eating this apple pie remind me of the apple pie from McDonald's, but then the cheese reminded me of the Big Mac. So somewhere in between, like I created the McDonald's meal.
You created a whole sandwich,
And I was
basically.
The
Like,
whole moment, huh?
my brain filled in the rest of that.
Like,
It's just,
this
that sounds
dude
I
like
was
a
had
lot going on.
why does this taste so familiar? I know I can't really put my face. That's what it is. Yeah,
lunch
fam.
and dessert memories in one taste.
Right.
That's wild.
Yeah,
Too bad.
Yeah. But let me see. But yeah, so my size, it kind of just depends. And honestly, probably more centric on where you go. Like if I go to like a Church's Chicken, I got to get the little jalapeno cheese bombers. Them things are so
Okay.
good.
okay.
They are so good.
I always get the okra. I love the
My
okra.
my mom always get the okra.
Yes.
I
Hmm.
didn't take you for an okra guy.
Oh yeah, I love fried okra completely.
No, y'all can have that. Um, so,
Okay.
are you like, so let's say you go to KFC, are you mashed or wedges guy or whatever they got now?
Oh, I was forever wedges. I'm mad that they don't make wedges like they used to,
They sure don't, man. They got them French fries now.
They cool.
and it's not the same.
They grow on me, man. Because when I first tried them, I'm like, man, this ain't got nothing on the wedges. But after a couple months, it's like, I guess they alright. You know,
Okay.
Mhm.
I do
Yeah.
miss the wedges though.
Yeah, the wedges. They were just. It was a good living. It was a good living.
I don't know why they got rid of them.
I don't know either. They were perfect. But this is just King's Pizza. Their fries, they have a certain type of fry that is very close to those wedges. Papa
Okay,
Tim gets them all the time, and
okay.
so maybe it's a nice little dupe. It's not the exact same thing because they season it a little different, but it's thick pieces like the wedges used to be.
Now, now that we talking about it, I'm sure we may have even brought it up on the show before. But what's the best fries out there? Since we talking about sides, I mean, it just only seemed natural. And of
I
course,
like
everybody gonna say what like the same too, right? Like
Um,
everybody say checkers on three, 1, 2, 3, right?
check.
Yeah, no, right?
I'm Checkers is one of them.
Yeah, bro. Like they still good when you buy them from the frozen section in the grocery store.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I knew it when I pulled them out the oven. I'm like, oh man, these actually taste.
I
These are
got fully
comparable.
loaded
Like,
fries
I knew it.
earlier today.
Um, shoot.
for me, it's like the whole like checkers. I like Arby's, the little curly fries with the little cheese
Yeah,
cups.
those are my
This
favorites too. Hmm.
and then on Popeyes, man. But
Yeah, I was gonna say Popeyes. I was about to DoorDash Popeyes right before this. I'm not gonna do it. It's too much.
that line too long for me, man. I can't
That
do the Popeyes.
and my Dash Pass is apparently gone. I don't know what happened with that. So it's like I'm
Really?
paying for a price. I'm paying for a price. Yes. Don't I think it was something with the switch over with the phones, but it
Okay.
has to
Wow.
because I can't keep paying these
About to
delivery
say
prices.
check your account, change your passwords. It was weird. Dana, she logged into her DoorDash and it had something for a failed delivery to in like Indiana or something like that. It was something
Oh,
weird. So
what?
Come on, bro.
so
See,
hey, so
I'm a,
just change those passwords. Keep an eye on stuff, especially if you got your credit card or information attached to it. Or do that double. I don't know if DoorDash does it. It will be a lot for DoorDash, but a little double authentication where you try to log in, then they send
They
you the
be doing
text message and
everything.
everything.
They send me a
So
text message, they send me an instant message, and they send me a picture. It's like I got
like we got to see the updated picture. Like, oh
you
man,
had hot cat fries,
what kind of fries?
hot cats
hot
downtown.
pack.
No, but I've heard of them.
I've had
I've heard that
they're
they're really
okay.
good.
Those are
I don't
cool.
remember much about them.
Let's see.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Why are you looking like that?
Um,
You looking like real upset. Like
I
what?
mean, they must slap, man, because
Hey,
he looked hurt.
Hurt.
I'm trying to.
I do
I'm just
get
trying.
just in size in general.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So weird, right? So then I'm thinking about our French fries. What about bread sides? But
Breadstick.
of
Olive Garden.
course, see, you know what I'm gonna say on that one.
The chicken gnocchi.
Man, oh man, yo, I didn't think about that. Yes, that's
Oh,
probably
you
the
think
that's
about the
probably a
chicken
great
gnocchi?
soup side
I
right
could.
there though. The chicken gnocchi is great. But for a
Oh,
bread side, it's gonna be man, I'm cheddar biscuits, man, for
oh
real, all
yeah.
day.
No, yeah, those are dope.
Like I would just go for the cheddar biscuits.
It's like
Like if
no.
they just had them just like sitting at the door for like 2 for $1, I'll walk up like, man, let me get a let
Yeah.
me get a cheddar biscuit, keep it moving.
One
Uh,
thing about those, they don't stay warm long.
They
That was
don't, and
they
and they
don't.
don't taste. It's hard
The
to
same when you
warm
reheat
them up. Yeah.
them.
in the oven.
I mean, yeah, it tastes a little better in the oven, but man, it don't hit like it did that first time around.
Hey, they
Because
don't. Um, Famous Dave's and Boston Market's cornbread.
okay.
Yo, Boston Market do got some good cornbread. I can't think of the famous Dave's one,
It's
but
like a cupcake, delicious.
like a muffin. Uh,
It's like
it's a cupcake.
okay.
What?
I do
I
like
What?
see.
cornbread. I like the hot water kind. My grandmother makes it.
Like
It's
the
it's
hot
not sweet.
bread.
Yeah, that's what they call it. It's called hot water cornbread, but it's
I don't
not
know.
sweet.
What's your just favorite holiday side in general? Like, we got the holiday
All of
season
them.
coming up. It's all of
Macaroni and cheese. Macaroni and
honestly, you ain't never lied. I'll put a plate of sides and just be straight. I'll just be sitting there eating on macaroni and cheese and sweet potatoes and green beans.
Macaroni and cheese,
dressing with
sweet
cranberry.
potatoes, and dressing with cranberry sauce is like the perfect combination between sweet and savory. I don't need anything else. I can eat that stuff cold, man. I just go in the refrigerator, take the aluminum foil off the plate, and just like eat it all together.
That
True.
sound good.
It
I love
sounds
it,
it's
man.
bad.
See, man. See, man, we was doing
Anytime.
mashed potato bowls in the hood before they was even on out here at these fast food
Yeah,
places.
kind of true. Kind of true.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
speaking of mashed potatoes, those are cool.
I do like mashed potatoes. I used to be my go-to side. When I was younger, I used to always get mashed potatoes from everywhere.
Hmm.
But as I got older, I don't know. I don't know what happened. It's probably because my mom has a really, really good mashed potatoes recipe now,
Hey,
and it
it's
don't it
always
don't taste the same as anybody else's. So,
it doesn't. I
Hmm.
think she probably messed it up for me because I don't care for mashed potatoes anywhere else. My dad
man,
cooks the good ones, but like that, her mashed potatoes. What?
bro, it was. I'm like, where did you get this? I'm gonna have to get a recipe or something
No, you have to. You have to get that.
because it was
Don't
good.
take no for an answer. You need recipes, man.
Just go sit there and watch her make it, and just with a notebook.
Bro, it's delicious. It's great.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to tell her you said that.
Hmm.
She doesn't already know. I thought that was the reason why she ain't made none no more because she was just being like, ha ha, you can't have none.
Right, one time only.
One night only.
Right. Oh
But
man.
speaking of potatoes, potato salad. Love potato salad.
Yeah.
But I like mine's on the mustardy side. Some people make it and it's sweet. Don't like it.
Yeah,
I
you can
want
keep
some
you can
tangy
keep all of that. Like
stuff. All of
You know, like potatoes.
I don't like it at all.
it. Okay.
I don't like it sweet. I don't like it like no.
What is it a specific thing? Is it like the texture? What is it
It's
that you
just
don't like?
the potato salad for me. Like
Okay.
it's just
Okay. All right.
Oh,
all of it.
I I kind of agree with you. I'm one of those people to where nobody can make it like how I grew up on it. So nobody can really contend with my mom's.
Hmm.
Saying that nobody else is good or good to them. But I grew up on my mom's, and I'm not a big fan of everybody else's. Like it just has,
Yeah,
it's all right. You know what I mean? I don't have to have potato salad, but my mom's, yeah.
yeah. See, man, that'd be the things you go to people's house, especially for holidays, and then if you don't get it, they be like, "Oh, well, it's good, don't you know? Why you ain't getting none of mom's potato salad? Oh, I don't like potato salad. It's just weird because
Why can't you
people
something?
feel offended if you don't like finish a plate. You go to somebody's house and you don't finish the plate, they be looking like, "Oh, what? You don't like the food? Like
I mean, but
it just."
I'm
have
screaming.
to, you have to like the food. It's just automatic.
No, I mean, of course you ain't gotta like the food. Cause I've been to places where when you throw your plate away, you throw it upside down in the trash.
You
I
put the
just
natural
recently
note
did that.
first. You consider trash, like so nobody know what's really up under there. Then you,
Exactly.
and if you say, look, if you see a little gap in the trash can, you try to like slide it in the gap.
Right.
To the bottom. And then, yeah, like nobody knows about this. I got away.
Oh
I
man,
got
let me go get some dessert before they ask me if I want seconds.
exactly. You can put that plate on top of the plate you just put in there, bro. You can further half those stuff because you know you're gonna eat dessert fast. That's perfect
Oh
plan.
man, see, yep, there you go. Cover up that evidence. Like man,
Perfect. My G. Yeah,
oh
I don't think that. I hate that kind of pressure. I just don't force me to like your food. I mean,
no,
I tried it for your feelings, which is why I put some on my plate. But I
Before
would have
your
been.
opinions, I'm
You know,
over it.
I mean, I probably would have been better off not putting it on my plate. So then when I try it, and then you mad because I don't like it, it's okay. It doesn't mean that your stuff is bad. It's just not for me. Like when
Man,
you buy like a perfume or cologne and you don't like it, it's just not for you.
I mean, come on, but grandma make the best insert food here. Like
Hmm.
that's how they feel. And I get it because who grandma don't make the best, sweet potato pie or macaroni and cheese or, different strokes for different folks. But it just be funny, man, the anticipatory look like they just be
Oh,
waiting.
why? As you having a bite, they looking like, "Can I eat
Like
in peace?"
you be like, yeah, no, yeah.
Nah, I said, "Nah."
Like, thumbs up. Like
That's why at restaurants they have the waiter walk around a couple of times before they ask you how your food was, because it's rude to just do it immediately.
right.
uh,
Um,
okay.
you be afraid to grab the salt when you tasting somebody macaroni and cheese and shit. Like,
Uh,
I
mm,
don't know, man.
ain't
This is
nobody got time for that.
I've
Yo,
never had to do that. I've never had to grab salt for mac and cheese.
oh man, depends on who
and
mac
pe-
and cheese you have,
right.
man.
I ordered
Wow.
from the island the other day. I was like, I needed salt. I'm not
I've
happy.
been, yeah.
It's some
Nah.
places you don't get, or you don't have high expectations for sides like mac and cheese.
Oh, that's absolutely true. I mean, if you go to like a cookout, right, you would assume that the macaroni and cheese is gonna be pretty good, right?
But not
Because
always.
Yeah,
somebody making it for the cookout, you would hope that,
yeah.
You will. It don't always happen.
oh man,
That is
that's a
palatable.
staple though. That's a cookout staple.
It don't have to be the best. Just make it macaroni y and cheesy. You know what I
Right.
mean? It
All
don't
right,
have to
so
be.
And a little salty, not ridiculously salty, but I need a little flavor.
I feel you on
Don't
that.
give me some cheese
Okay.
sauce and some noodles and nothing else.
If you were supplying macaroni and cheese for like a cookout or something like that,
Yeah.
does it have to be baked macaroni and cheese? Like we agree on that, right?
For
It has
me,
to be.
yeah, I don't know of any other way.
I mean,
Hey,
I mean, make
I've
it in.
seen some stove chefs where they don't bake a thing and they get the mixing.
if you are good, think, I think this is called a bechamel. Like it's kind of a cheat for macaroni and cheese called a
Okay.
bechamel. So you make a cream sauce and you use your noodles, and you might put it in the oven, just like bake the top a little bit, but you
Okay.
put the cheese on the top and let it melt, and then you should be good. I think
Mm,
it's like so. It's just kind of like an in between way.
I'm
right.
But
not, that
I don't
sounds
think
cool though.
bakes their macaroni and cheese, and I
Who?
really enjoy their macaroni and cheese and soup bed casserole. Boston Market.
Oh,
Okay.
I love Boston Market macaroni and cheese. Or the the spiral, whatever it
Noodles.
is. Yeah. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's really good. Boston
Yeah, they
Market
go.
is low key just underrated. Like I never
Yeah.
really hear people talk about Boston Market. Their chicken sandwich actually is really good. Back when chicken sandwiches wars of 2020, like they dropped
Okay.
like a Nashville hot chicken sandwich and it slapped. Like it was really good. I don't even know if they still got it. I need to go check that out.
Nashville chicken, you said.
Gotta get that one, man. I
Man,
wanted to, but they were always out of stock. Like I went before 1 o'clock, and she's like, "We ain't got no more." Yeah, what? I just dealt with this with Popeyes before 1 o'clock, and nobody had any. So I'm dealing
dang.
with at Boston Market. Who knows y'all
Mhm.
have chicken up there, bro? That's why I never got
See, it's crazy. That leads me to like question like what does the supply chain management for like a Chick-fil-A look like? Where they always have chicken and they always got 100 people in line.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how does that
Just
work?
look,
Like
these.
my KFC run out of chicken.
Oh, don't get
Popeyes be
started.
running out of chicken sandwiches and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. It's just interesting that they always seem to have it. And I don't know if they get multiple trucks a day, maybe, but
think about how many KFCs versus or any chicken restaurant versus a Chick-fil-A. Like in Michigan or spots, there's less. It's way less. You have to supply less restaurants.
I mean, yeah, you got to supply less restaurants, but as an individual restaurant or a franchisee, like I would assume that I don't know, I would just think that it would be easier to, that the one Chick-fil-A has a lot more traffic than the
Right.
one of 20 KFCs or something like that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yet that Chick-fil-A always got food and it's fresh and they always polite. And I thought it was a myth until I actually started going, man. I don't know. Like
Been yet.
I've only been because we once we moved a little further west, there's one out there by the mall. So whenever we go out to the mall, we stop there. And the only reason it's even worth it is because they're efficient with that line. Because
Yeah, very.
there's no way that I will be going other than that.
How much time you think you spend in line?
Man, like 15 minutes for
Oh,
like what felt like 100 cars.
okay.
Like they split it up into.
What felt like.
It could have been. I don't know. I don't know if I'm over exaggerating or not, but
Yeah, I don't know if it was 100,
man,
but it was a lot.
they was wrapped around the mall. When we went, they were wrapped around the mall, and they were into like the little thing where you have to turn into it, going through a parking lot, and then they split off into two lines. And we was only there for
Yeah,
like 15 minutes, and was out of there. I've been like the third person in line at a Taco Bell and been there for like 20 minutes and be like, you know what,
I almost
this
choked
ain't
on my
worth it.
water
About to
because I know Taco Bell try it all the time.
man,
They
you mess
love
around.
cheesy fiesta potatoes. Love
I-
those.
I'm glad they brought them back. I'm glad they brought them back
They
for the
don't make them the same though. Where are my chives? Where are my tomatoes? I'm not
That's
stupid.
true. You right. You right. They don't. I didn't even think about that. It's not the same. They brought the cheese, the sour cream, and the potatoes, and that's all you
Right?
get.
They said cheesy fiesta.
And that's all you getting.
They
Uh,
literally leave it up for our brain to come up with the rest of it. The flavor
right.
profile. Like what?
And they're like, man, use that imagination.
Right.
Like
Chives and tomatoes are insinuated.
it basically, you saw the picture, just act like they here, Or I don't know, maybe it's another supply chain issue. Maybe they out.
They've been out for a while because they've been trying.
Mm.
All right. Any more sides, guys? Is that all? That's a good side, actually. Cheesy PS potatoes is a really good side.
I
Really
really
good.
that.
All right. All right. Well, cool. You got that hat of questions?
Sombrero de preguntas.
Do you have
Yeah.
some time?
What
Yeah.
Timbo said.
All right. Let's see what happens
Please
here.
give questions tonight. Please.
Yeah.
Uh,
After we just talk for 20 minutes on sides, right? It's gonna be like, what's
right.
your favorite food or something like that? Favorite down home cooking.
When did something start out badly for you, but in the end, it was great?
Um, every work week, right?
Right. This is 30.
Oh man, the Mondays be hard, but them Fridays be awesome. Yeah, that's the answer for me. That work week.
I don't even want to say nothing after that because I feel that so deep.
Like for real, like spoke to my soul.
Right. I'm speechless. It's like, no.
Billy trying to think of something too. I see I
Yeah.
see his eyes going.
There are a couple things like they're just accomplishments or things that you conquer about yourself. Like either when I did the only two things that come to mind. One, I started doing a music video for Not Today,
Yeah.
and
Which was awesome.
thanks. And the only time I really ever put myself in competition, I was younger, and it's the AGM, American Guild of Music. So there was a competition for length of study for drummers, and I had to make a solo to enter, or I guess to participate. And I made a solo, and I just didn't believe in myself. I haven't been studying for that long. I'm just like, no, I can't do this. And we had to go. I had to make parts, and I was worried about remembering the parts, so I had a cheat sheet stapled on my kick drum right in front of me, so I can remember. Okay, what's next? What's next? What's next?
Right.
And I made it through it, and I actually won, and that was fun. Like, it was pretty cool. But I was definitely like, nah, man, this is not gonna get it.
I
This
feel
is not
that.
the win. But it worked out, man. That was pretty dope.
I feel that. And
Yeah.
as I think about it, there are a couple scholastic achievements that I kind of had growing up that, of course, start off really difficult. Like the time, like we made a commercial in high school for a motor company and a scholarship kind of competition thing.
Oh, dope.
And that was super cool. And that was one of them things where it's just so daunting in the beginning, as a high school student. It's like, okay, well, let's make a commercial. So how do we do that,
Right.
But to actually get through it and you work with your team and you kind of write it out and you act it out and you record it and edit it and all of that good stuff and you see the finished product. It's so cool. And we won and we got a trophy and a scholarship and it was really just awesome. So
That's awesome, G.
yeah. So I guess it's stuff other than just my work week that ends well.
All's well that ends well.
Right.
Yeah.
Here we go. The Detroit Lions football season, right? That's gonna start off terrible, and it's gonna end with us having like the first round draft pick. I mean, the first pick of the draft. So it's gonna end.
Intention.
It's gonna
At
end
least
pretty
that.
well.
At least there's that.
That picture with with Scar holding the Lions logo.
Oh yeah.
Man, as a fan, I gotta stop following all of these memes, man. All these meme sites, it's because they got a fresh batch every Sunday to Tuesday, and it's hard sometimes.
It's hard out here for a pimp.
Can you imagine what it's gonna be next week, right? After Stafford going throw like 8 touchdowns and 500 yards.
They already made like all of the Lions.
They're gonna be coming out as the game goes.
It's about to be bad, man.
Oh man, it's gonna be terrible.
Because right? You root for Stafford.
Man, here we go. Sound like one of those parents that got kids playing for both teams. I just want a good game. I want the Lions to. I don't know what I want, honestly. It would be cool. I want them to win, I guess, just because. Of course, I want my team to win, but realistically, go out there and get that, get that draft pick. Don't make my coach cry no more. So I guess.
I think he does.
Hashtag crying at the podium.
Hey man, just crying at the podium. Sad. But it is what it is, man. I don't know. I'm lionized as a fan, so I'm just be out here hoping for the best. Getting Sunday tickets, so I had something to watch after the first quarter. Like that's how it be, man, for real.
You got Comcast or AT&T for television?
We have neither, actually. We got Hulu. Actually, Hulu Live. We use Hulu Live for our cable.
How you get Sunday ticket?
Because where we live, we can't put up satellites, so I can just get it. I don't have to get DirecTV or AT&T. I can just get Sunday ticket for like whatever the price is. Like, so pretty dope. And it is really cool. Just be out and about. You can like pull up like 4 games at a time, watch it on your phone or computer or something like that. This is really cool.
So. If you're not a Lions fan, anybody got anything else to say?
No.
Okay. If you like the show, please let us know. If you want to answer the question and want to give us some new questions, please give those to us. Timbo, where can they reach us?
blacktopasylum@gmail.com.
No. And Ray, where can they find us?
Yep, you can find us on YouTube. We got videos up there. You can also listen to us anywhere podcasts are. Check us out on Spotify. Leave us some likes comments on Apple. We appreciate it.
Yeah, even if you hate the show, let us know. The Black Top is not closed. Peace.
Hey.